Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Josh, and together we are all going through the Montana CDL Manual for 2016, and I'm reading it, and I'm talking to you about things that I have questions about and things that I know, and which is not much. I'm a rookie. I'm very green. I'm just learning all of this because I'm getting ready to start my apprenticeship and go get my CDL with a company that has accepted me. So I was finding the manual to be kind of dry, and I needed some help. And my girlfriend Maggie, she's here, but she can only help me with so much because she doesn't understand this stuff either. And so and it's annoying to have to sit there and read to her or whatever. So I'm making videos in hopes that this will help me and possibly you. So essentially that's why these videos are happening. There were 6 of them before, or 7 of them before this one. So if you're planning on studying along with me, not only do I wish you the best of luck, but you should probably start with video 1. It's all in the same playlist if you go to our channel. Now, the next thing that I need to tell you is in the description box down below, which I commonly call my pants, you will find links to this manual where you can find it online, a website where you can take practice tests. I'm going to go over that website and take some practice tests with you guys after these videos. There's also going to be a website for a link to the video for Ruby, a Wil-Trans instructor. She goes through the pre-trip inspection, and she also shows you how to hook and unhook a trailer so you can see all of the parts. It's a really good video. It's like 1 hour and 10 minutes, so I strongly urge you to watch that because I think it'll help you. It's definitely helped me, and I still want to watch it a bunch more times before I go for my skills test. Okay, so the last video that I made, we had a question. And it was, there was a part in the pre-trip that it says, build air pressure to governor cutout. And I was like, what the heck does that mean? And I found the answer. The governor controls when the air pressure will pump air into the air storage tanks. When the air tank pressure rises to the cutout level, which is typically around 125 pounds per square inch or PSI, the governor stops the compressor from pumping air. When the tank pressure falls to the cut-in pressure around 100 psi, the governor allows the compressor to start pumping again. Really cool. We found our answer. So basically, in the one part of the video that Ruby does, she shows that you can, if you pump the brakes enough, you can completely drain your tank. So be aware of that. And I feel like the governor comes into play as far as that, because it can only, your compressor can only create so much air per minute or whatever. And I think it takes 3 minutes, I want to say, to fill. I think the manual told us that previously. I think. Okay, so I stopped at step number 7, which we're in section 2 of the manual called driving safety, and then page 2-7. So we're at step 7. Start the engine and check. Test for hydraulic leaks. If the vehicle has hydraulic brakes, pump the brake pedal 3 times and then apply firm pressure to the pedal and hold it for 5 seconds. The pedal should not move. It shouldn't be quivering or quaking or anything. If it does, there may be a leak or other problem. Get it fixed before driving. If the vehicle has air brakes, do the checks described in sections 5 and 6 of this manual. We'll get to that. Just as a heads up, if I ever sound like I'm trying to teach you guys something, I'll paraphrase things sometimes to help me remember them. That's really most of what I'm doing. But also, sometimes I will read something and, oh, I looked that up somewhere else, so I might have a little bit of extra information to throw in. If I'm ever wrong, please tell me, because that will help me, and I don't want to appear like I know more than I do, because I barely know anything about this. I'm just learning. So please tell me. And if you have any questions that you want to talk about, please feel free to comment below so that we can start a dialogue. I would love that. Okay, so your brake system. Test your parking brake or brakes. Fasten your seat belt or your safety belt. Set your parking brake, power unit only. Release your trailer parking brake if applicable. Place your vehicle into a low gear. Gently pull forward against your parking brake to make sure the parking brake holds. Repeat the same steps for the trailer with the trailer parking brake set and the power unit parking brakes released if applicable. Because you're individually testing them. So if you have your trailer parking brake on and your power unit parking brake on, you don't know which one of them is holding you potentially. So it makes sense to take one off while the other's on and then swap. So you make sure that you're testing them individually. Really cool. If it doesn't hold vehicle, it is faulty. Get it fixed. Test your service brake stopping action. Go about 5 miles per hour and then push your brake pedal firmly. This sounds terrifying to me because you've got this massive vehicle, you're supposed to go 5 miles an hour and stomp on the brake. That's kind of scary to me for some reason, which I guess I'll get over it because obviously I'm going to be doing it, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'll be nervous and I'll potentially not stomp the brake and I'll stop it slowly because I don't want to upset the instructor or the inspector. So hopefully I don't do that. But the idea of like skidding to a halt just makes me nervous. Pulling to one side or the other can mean brake trouble. Any unusual brake pedal feel or delayed stopping action can mean trouble. If you find anything unsafe during the vehicle inspection, get it fixed. Federal and state laws forbid operating an unsafe vehicle. Now they're talking at 2.1.6, inspection during a trip. Check your vehicle operation regularly. You should check your instruments, your air pressure gauge if you have air brakes, your temperature gauges, your pressure gauges, your ammeter or voltmeter. I don't know why I said that weird. Your mirrors, your tires, your cargo, and your cargo covers, your lights, etc. If you see, hear, smell, or feel anything that might mean trouble, check it out. I know the company that I signed up for, on the side mirrors, there's the word GOAL. GOAL. Get out and look. When in doubt, get out and look. If you're backing, if you're on a trip and something feels funny, that's what that means. So that's something that helped me remember. Get out and look. Safety inspection. Driver of trucks and truck tractors when transporting cargo must inspect the securement. Oh, this is one of the questions they do ask on the test. Drivers of trucks and truck tractors, when transporting cargo, must inspect the securement of the cargo within the first 50 miles of a trip and every 150 miles or every 3 hours, whichever comes first, after. Bless you. 2.1.7. After trip inspection and report. You may have to make a written report each day on the condition of the vehicle or vehicles you drove. Report anything affecting safety or possibly leading to mechanical breakdowns. So, this is actually a good thing if you're still in your training portion of your whatever and you haven't done your skills test. And Maggie made a point, because I'm worried that I'm going to forget everything when I get to the DMV or the DOT or whatever they're called. I'm worried I'm going to forget everything for the pre-trip inspection. And she made the point of, well, you're going to have to do it several times a day before you actually go for your test. And it's like, I believe it's like 90 days before I actually go for my test. So if you're doing it like 3 times a day, 90 days, like that's a lot of practice that you get in. Assuming that when they first teach us the pre-trip that we're going to be like, bless you. We're going to be doing it multiple times. Do you have your earphones in? Your sneeze was so loud. Anyway, so it's suffice it to say that I don't think we're going to be forgetting everything. And if you do forget something, you can a few times go back and hit it if you forgot. I think they do dock some points for that, but it's better than missing something because I don't think you can miss anything. I think you have to make sure on the pre-trip that you hit everything. And then in your backing, obviously, you know, that's a skills test. So, okay. So this is subsection 2.1, test your knowledge. The vehicle inspection report tells the motor carrier about problems that may need fixing. Keep a copy of your report in the vehicle for 1 day. That way, the next driver can learn about any problems you have found. What is the most important reason for doing a vehicle inspection? Are there answers in the back? Because I don't know how I would know if I got it right. Oh, this is, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm looking to see if there's, it doesn't look like there are answers. So, notes. Okay, yeah, no. It doesn't. Okay, so I guess we're basically just... I guess we're just taking the test. What are the most important... What is the most important reason... Okay. What is the most important reason for doing a vehicle inspection? I would say to make sure that your truck is safe so that you're not harming anyone else and or yourself, to ensure that you have a safe vehicle. That's what I would say. I don't... yeah, why inspect? Safety is the most important reason you inspect your vehicle. Okay, good, so I was right. What things should you check during a trip? During a trip, you're going to check your gauges, all of the pressures, like your oil pressure, your coolant temperature, the pressures and the temperatures. You're going to check, like, obviously, your mirrors and stuff, but I don't think that's what they're referring to. And then after the first 50 miles of your trip, you're going to stop and check your cargo and everything, like making sure you do, like, a walk around and make sure everything's cool. Not a full pre-trip, but, like, you know, making sure that everything looks good. And then after that, every 150 miles or 3 hours, whichever comes first, you're going to stop and check again. And then at the end of your day, you're going to check everything and make a report about it. Oh, well, they didn't ask about that. What should you check during your trip? So I think that's right. Hey, stop. So I think that's right, because safety inspection, drivers of children, yeah, I think that's what they were referring to, the 50 miles, every 150 miles, or every 3 hours, whichever comes first. Okay. Name some key steering system parts. Steering system, so I think you would have the gearbox. Obviously your clutch, but, well, I don't know if that's actually steering as much as, I think the gearbox is considered a part of the steering. I think the drive shaft, oh, I'm not positive. I don't know if that would be... I'm looking back through because I don't think I know this. Oh, during a trip. That's the answer to the previous question. For safety, you should watch your gauges or signs of trouble, use your senses to check for problems, look, listen, smell, and feel. Check critical items when you stop. Tires, wheels and rims, brakes, lights and reflectors, brake and electrical connections to the trailer, trailer coupling devices, and your cargo securement devices. That's, yeah. So that's what you're looking for there. Okay, now. Steering system. What was the question? Some key steering system parts. Steering system, the tie rod, the steering shaft. It wasn't called the drive shaft. I was wrong. The gearbox is a part. Okay, so steering system. I'm going to show it to you so you guys can see it. That's the steering system. Nope. That's the steering system. Okay, so oh yeah, power steering, equipped to check hoses, pumps, and fluid level, check for leaks, steering wheel play, okay, so steering system, you've got your steering wheel, your steering shaft, your gearbox, your hydraulic fluid reservoir, your tie rod, your pitman arm, your drag link, your steering knuckle, your spindle, your steering arm, and your power steering cylinder. So I think they're looking for you to name parts of those, and I didn't name them really. I guessed the gearbox, and I said drive shaft, but it's a steering shaft, so I don't think I got that right. And then the steering wheel, duh, I should have said that, but I didn't. And I did get power steering, so I guess that counts. Okay. All right, let's go back to the test. This is fun. Knowledge is power. Okay. Name some suspension system defects. Oof. If the system's leaking fluid. If I remember one of the diagrams, there's the spring, I think the springs that come across, and the springs have leaves. And if any of the leaves are cracked, if there's a significant number of leaves that are cracked, then it's a problem. I'm flipping back through because that's all I really have. Okay. Suspension system defects. The suspension system holds up the vehicle and its load. It keeps the axles in place. Therefore, broken suspension parts can be extremely dangerous. Look for spring hangers that allow movement of axle from proper position. Cracked or broken spring hangers. Missing or broken leaves in any leaf spring. If 1/4 or more are missing, it will put the vehicle out of service, but any defect could be dangerous. See broken leaves in a multi-leaf spring or leaves that have shifted so they might hit a tire or other part. Leaking shock absorbers. That was good. Although I didn't say shock absorbers. I just said any leaking in the system. The torque rod or arm. U-bolts, spring hangers, or other axle positioning parts that are cracked, damaged, or missing. Air suspension systems that are damaged and or leaking. Any loose, cracked, broken, or missing frame members. Okay, well, crap. I didn't do so good on that one. What 3 kinds of emergency equipment must you have? Fire extinguisher, 3 reflective triangles. I don't know what a fusee is, but it said 3 of those, I think. Or 3 liquid torch thingies. I named 4. I'm going to go back and look. Emergency equipment. Fire extinguishers. Oh, I was completely wrong. Okay, so fire extinguishers was right, but warning devices for parked vehicles, for example, 3 reflective warning triangles, or 6 fusees, or 3 liquid burning flares, that's all under 1. Okay, so the reflective warning triangles, or 6 fusees, or 3 liquid burning flares. You're supposed to have fire extinguisher, spare electrical fuses, unless your truck has circuit breakers, or the warning devices for parked vehicles. 3 reflective warning triangles, 6 fusees, or 3 liquid burning flares. Oof. Okay. What is the minimum tread depth for front tires? That's 4 seconds. And for other tires is 2 30 seconds. I'm double checking myself because it doesn't say. Where did it say that? Where? Tire problems. Yeah, okay. You need at least 4 32nd of an inch tread depth in every major groove on front tires. You need 2 32nd of an inch on other tires. No fabric should show through the tread or sidewall. Good. So at least I got that one right. Did you? Good. Okay. We gotta finish this. Name some things you should check on the front of your vehicle during the walk-around inspection. You're gonna check for puddles underneath. You're gonna check that the lights are working and not cracked or broken. That the windshield is like clean and not cracked or broken. You're gonna check the wipers. You're going to check the engine compartment, but I don't know if that's what they mean here because they're talking about during the walk-around inspection. And you're going to, I would imagine, look at your tires at that point because they're up at the front. And then everything that goes with the tires and the brakes. What should wheel bearing seals be checked for? Leaks. How many red reflective triangles should you carry? 3. How do you test hydraulic brakes for leaks? You step on the pedal 3 times and then step on it and then like hold it. And if there's any movement or any quivering in it, then you have a problem. Why put the starter switch key in your pocket during the vehicle inspection? So somebody doesn't turn your truck on and move it. That's the correct answer. These questions may be on your test. If you can't answer them all, reread subsection 2-1. Okay, so that's the end of this video, because the next video is going to start with the basic control of your vehicle, and there's not enough time for us to get started. I really appreciate you guys watching. I don't think we asked any questions besides like the practice quiz. So yeah, the next video is just going to begin with the next part of the book. My brain's getting a little fried. I think I need some caffeine. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.